and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are exposing each other. Today we're gonna be confessing our biggest Star Stable regrets together. So let's get right into it. Today is unique because I actually saved a horse to train for this video. I had restraint. We're gonna train Bubbles. I'm excited. Starting off strong from silentmountain.sso. It says buying 5k on non-star coin weekend. I assume you mean double star coins. We are all addicted to this game. Sometimes the impatience is just too much and you have to splurge. They truly are only worth buying during double star coins, just with how expensive everything has gotten. The next one is from 𝘏𝘦𝘭𝘭𝘰 and it says, years ago, letting my friend on my account. She sold my horse I just bought at the time. First of all, never let anybody on your account. I'm so sorry that happened. I would be very, very sad. I hope that you no longer consider that person your friend. That is so not cool. Oh, I cannot do races and read things. Why do we have to collect the race so far from where we finished it? That's a little bit annoying. The next one is from __undergrove and it says, I regret not buying the Chestnut Generation 1 Fjord. What was the Chestnut Fjord? Wait a second. I don't remember. Hold on. I need to Google this immediately. Oh my goodness, I found it and I didn't even fail the race. This is truly a good day. I remember this one. This one was so pretty. Any of the fjords, I'm just so sad that I don't own any. They're just so iconic and they're perfect for champs. I wish I had one so badly. Okay, I love that for me. Having bought all the old fjord models when I was younger, only to have sold them for 𝑰𝒏 shillings. The saddest part is I don't even remember if the reason I sold my old fjord was for 𝑰𝒏 shillings. I could have just sold it for no reason because I thought it was ugly or something at the time, and that just truly breaks my heart. Okay, this next one I had submitted so many times from many different people, and they're basically all saying selling your old model horses or horses that you can no longer get in the game. And oh my goodness, don't even get me started. Listen, let's have a little story time here. So many years ago, I decided it would be a good idea to gather all of my friends together and all sell horses. Who approved this idea? Apparently I did. I sold maybe 30 horses in one sitting and it just, oh my goodness, it pains me to even think about doing that. That is truly my biggest Star Stable regret, I would have to say. I heard a rumor that everybody recently has been emailing Star Stable to try to get horses that they sold back. And so I thought to myself, maybe I could email them and they would give me my horses back. But it's been 5 months, maybe one day. But Star Stable, if you're seeing this for some crazy reason, please give me my horses back. The next one says, buying those crusty musty Justin looking Generation 1 pony. You might be onto something. They kind of do look like Justin Moreland in the face. Okay, moving on before I think about that any longer. My SSO regret was when I only bought old horses from Ferdinand by Fort Pinta. I feel like all the old horses are so valuable. And isn't Ferdinand gone now? Or am I remembering that incorrectly? I don't remember Ferdinand still being there. Oh, goodness gracious. The next one is from Shadowsteel and it says, not buying crusty horses when I first started. Oh my goodness, it seems like everybody's pretty regretful about not having the old horses. And I was even around when all of the old crusty horses were out. I've been playing this game for a questionably long time. I still sold them. I'm so sad. You're honestly gonna see me traveling to Sweden, banging on Star Stable's door and asking for my horses back. The next one is from Aria Mistwood, and it says, not getting H&M all in. Oh my goodness, that's a huge regret of mine too. I missed out on that horse. I was pretty inactive during that time, and it's such a gorgeous horse, and I really loved that they modeled it after a real life show jumper. I thought that was just super special. Get ready. I sold OG big eyebrowed oversaturated Spirit. I never even bought Spirit. I was so scared of him. He was so scary. I don't know. I just felt like he was staring into my soul with those eyebrows. He was a very limited horse, and just during a very strange time in Star Stable. Pretty thankful I don't have Spirit staring me down in my home stable. The next one is setting the goal for myself to train all my horses to level 15. I go insane trying to train all my horses because I can't stand when they're not all maxed. To be honest, I genuinely enjoy sitting down, watching a movie, and training my horse. I can't just sit here and train my horse though. I have to have something going on in the background. You can do this. Hopefully you don't have too many to train. I promise you'll get there eventually. The next one says, going on break during the 2020. I'm a 2013 player and got burnt out, but I feel like I've missed out on a lot during the lockdown era of Star Stable. I do feel that there was a big shift in the style of the game. In that year, we got a lot of different looking horses, and they all have a kind of unique style to the horses we have now. The next one is from Lucy River Blanket, and it says, selling over 200 horses. Oh, I just failed my dressage over that. That is insane. I don't even own 200 horses. That would definitely be a big regret for me too. That is so shocking. The next one says, one time I felt nice, so I befriended a noob, and that noob ended up being a creep. That is terrible. I'm so sorry. Please be careful in talking to strangers on this game. You never know who's behind the screens. But that's so sweet of you to try to be nice to new players. It's the thought that counts. The next one says, I sold both Magic Lusitano horses, the Birch and the Cherry Blossom, to try to get free star coins. Oh my goodness. That is tragic. Those horses are so beautiful. I also don't own them. I'm so sad. I guess that, especially if you're a newer player, if you don't know, when you sell a horse, you only get shillings and not star coins. That is just so sad that it happened to be those horses. That is rough. Oh my goodness, I just remembered I never did the rainbow race for today. I have to try to remember to do it every day. Buying that nasty white and dotted Parisian for a club I didn't stay in for 48 hours. Hold on a second. What's funny about this is the fact I was just considering buying that horse just the other day, and now you're out here telling me this horse is nasty. Oh, I think the horse is beautiful. It is very troubling. I couldn't think of a better word. When you spend all these star coins on a club outfit and horse, and the club ends up not being the right fits. And so most of those items, at least for me, for most clubs, are items I wouldn't necessarily buy on my own. And it's very annoying when you have all these things that you'll probably never wear again. I'm not a huge fan of this race. It is so unnecessarily long. And also, I think I just have a little bit of trauma from Mario Kart's Rainbow Road race. If you know, you know. That race was so hard. I failed it so much as a child. It was not a fun time. The 500 shillings are pretty worth it, I will say that. Buying a 𝑰𝒏 pony. The poor 𝑰𝒏 ponies get such a bad reputation. And I would agree that they are one of the crustiest horses that we have left in the game. So that's understandable. I can see your point of view. The next one says, my biggest Star Stable regret is buying the Gen 1 Frisian. No, oh my goodness. No, those horses are legendary. I remember when they came out, they were the cool horse to have. Cherish your Generation 1 Frisian. The next one is from Sugar Cookie Equestrian, and it says, my biggest Star Stable regret, I was on call with my friend and I wanted to seem cool to her since she had just joined Star Stable. I bought it to seem cool even though I was saving up for the equestrian festival, and since I don't really buy star coins, I didn't have enough star coins. I really wanted Frappe next year, I guess. You don't need to buy another horse to look cool to your friends. Just be yourself and you will look cool just having your own unique horse. Don't even worry. The horses from the Equestrian Festival last year, I'm sure they'll be back. Frappe will be probably even cheaper than he was this year. So I guess that's something to look forward to. I regret selling my Palomino Gen 1 𝑰𝒏 pony. It was a crusty potato, but it was my favorite. That's kind of how I feel about my old fjord horse. I bought the Dark Bay old Generation 1 fjord, and for some crazy reason, I thought it was a good idea to sell him at some point. I think it was during my selling spree that I mentioned earlier. You should buy your Palomino Generation 1 pony back. I believe they're still sold at Marley's and they're only maybe 200 something star coins. Hopefully you can be reunited with your crusty potato pony. One of my many regrets is selling the white Welsh pony. Got it because it was discounted and I thought it was cute. I soon ended up selling it because I needed the 𝑰𝒏 shillings for a shirt. Not my proudest moment. Listen, there is no shame there. Is it a wise decision? Absolutely not. I unfortunately have done the same thing and I very much regret it. Buying clothes with star coins, not worth it. I don't think I've ever bought clothes with star coins just because to me the horses are much more appealing and I'd rather spend my star coins and save them for the horses when I can just save my shillings for clothes. I used a 10-minute email to create an account in 2020. So basically the email only lasts 10 minutes and then gets deleted and is a bunch of scrambled letters. I had the 𝑲𝒆𝒑 and a bunch of horses and then I got a new computer this year and I lost the account. Was there any particular reasoning behind choosing a 10-minute email instead of a real one? I guess you had to learn the hard way about using a valid email address. That is very sad though. I'm very sorry. I hope that you have a new account now so that your account can be a little bit more secure. The next and final submission is from 𝑏𝒏𝑛𝑦𝘆𝑊𝒏𝒅 and it says, I regret not finishing the druid races earlier. I would have the rune runner already, but I stopped doing the races for it because I got bored of them. I do really like the rune runner, but I still haven't finished the races for it. Yes, I'm not even halfway done. I have a confession. I only got the rune runner horse this year, so do not be ashamed. It's really tedious to do. And I feel like when you would fail the missions, it was so unreasonable. I totally understand that. I procrastinated it for years. I do now have the rune runner and I do love that horse. I'm sending my encouragement your way. I saw this really cute sheep, so here we are. That's going to conclude this video. Thank you so much to all of you who took the time to send me a submission. I really hope that I can get through them all next time and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.